guys with finals and testing and everything like that. So I'm very happy that you're able to join us. So for this evening's meeting, Siley, can you confirm that you have the ability to see your agenda while we're meeting? Because I can share, but if we don't need to share for the whole time, I can go back and forth. But I just want to confirm you have the ability first.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, perfect. So you have yours. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. So you can go ahead and begin, Siley.
Great. Okay, so I call this meeting to order at 7:03 p.m. on May 13th. So if everyone can stand up for the pledge. Okay. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right, so moving on to roll call, I'm just going to call out everyone's names. Sonia? Here. Aruna? Fengyi?
Here.
Meghna? Tejas? Andrea? Nidhi?
Here.
Rachel?
Here.
Okay, great. So as I last remember, we actually don't need to vote to seat alternates, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I guess, so for today's meeting, we're gonna seat Nidhi for Aruna's seat and Rachel for Meghna's seat. Okay, so moving on to the approval of the agenda, may I have a motion to approve the agenda for May 13th?
I need a motion.
Me second.
Okay, let me call a vote. Sonia?
Aye.
Nidhi?
Aye.
Fengyi?
Aye.
Rachel?
Aye.
Siley, aye. Motion passed. Okay, moving on to number 6, which is the approval of the meeting minutes from April 8th. May I have a motion? And let me double check on who was there last time. Okay.
Everybody was here last meeting, but that's here this evening, so you're
great. Yeah, so may I have a motion, please?
Nidhi motion.
I need a second.
Okay, thank you. I'll call out your names again. Sonia?
Aye.
Nidhi?
Aye.
Fengyi?
Aye.
Rachel?
Aye.
Siley, aye. Motion passed. Okay, great. Moving on to number 7, public forum. Do we have any comments for the public forum?
I believe we have one.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and allow Matt Kennedy to talk.
Oh, hello. This is Matt Kennedy. I'm just wondering if the Commission for Youth would be interested in transportation and climate-friendly transportation. And we're doing Milpitas Loop Works, which is a new type of transportation in the metro area. And it's electric, and it's transit, and it's kind of like a horizontal elevator. And it's kind of an out-of-the-box way of getting around without creating climate change. So I just thought I wanted to bring that up if anyone's interested. If not, then that's no problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great. So Is that everyone for the public forum?
That's it.
All right, thank you. So moving on to number 8, do we have any announcements?
I did have one announcement. So if you guys may or may not know, Andrea Liu, she has moved out of the area. So she has resigned from her position with the commission since she no longer is in the area. I am working with her to gather any and all of her details that she has left with the commission. But I did want to say, even though she is not here, Andrea has been a very important piece of the commission, and I'm very thankful for her participation with the group. And I do wish her nothing but the best of luck to wherever her move takes her.
Thank you for letting us know. All right, so we can move on to number 9, which is business items. A, work plan events 2020 to 21. Number 1 is the film competition. Background, the Youth Advisory Commission is looking to partner with both Milpitas High School teachers and the Arts Commission to provide and plan a film competition to which Milpitas teams will be able to submit their films. MHS staff and Arts Commission will be asked to help judge the films and provide feedback to the students participating. The event is scheduled for May 15th. Recommendation, commissioners reschedule event and select new submission dates / award ceremony to allow more time for submissions.
I just had a question about that. Do you know how many people submitted films so far?
So we didn't have those submissions. So we're pushing those back because we didn't want to condense the time to rush it. So this is really up to you guys in pushing this out. I know that we do have our meeting in June, and you guys do go on break in July, so you'll want to keep that in mind.
Okay, so if we were to push it back, then we would send out the flyer, and then it would probably take at least like another month, I would say. So probably mid-June would be when we would release it. Another thing is, if it's becoming too much, it's possible for us to, instead of having the event, just announce the winners.
Yeah, you guys can do that instead of having a ceremony per se. You can announce and then award based upon that.
And then since the tobacco-free communities is still in the work plan, then next year the commission can take those videos and then however they see fit. That could also work. Just like logistically speaking, since it's already May, I don't know how that would all work out together. But so, does anybody have like an idea for when the new submission date should be?
You said we go on break in July, right?
That's correct. So you guys don't have any commission meetings in July.
So would we want it to be towards the end of June or sometime in mid-June?
Correct. We would want to have everything solidified and completed prior to that July start. So you have your June meeting to where you guys can have the ability to ensure that everything is completed, and then you can make your announcement prior to July.
How long did we decide, or how long would the judges want to, like how much time would they need to judge the submissions? Did we discuss that at last month's meeting?
Since if we don't do the whole award ceremony, I think 2 weeks would be good. It shouldn't take more than a week, but I think 2 weeks is nice for the judges to have time in case they need it. If we do it the week of the 20th, or if we have a submission date on the 18th, we can potentially send out the winners July 2nd or earlier if we still want to do it in June. So then they would submit it on June 18th, and then, yeah, we can probably send out the winners by, or are we trying to finish it before July starts, or does it matter if it's in the first couple days of July?
I think that should be okay. As long as you guys have the selections completed, we can send out those who are awarded. Ultimately, I think what's most important is to just make sure that we have enough time to get the word out. So what's going to happen once you guys decide on that date, I will have that flyer edited hopefully by tomorrow so that we can get that out to the school district no later than Monday.
Okay, so then it would be Friday, June 18th for submission deadline, and then we would announce the winners July 2nd. Is everybody okay with those dates? Or any other suggestions?
Sounds good. So if people have time, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Siley.
That way, if someone wants to work on it before finals, they can. And if someone wants to work on it after finals, they also have a few weeks to do so as well.
Good point. So with that being said, if that's what you guys are decided on, we can, if you want to go ahead and move forward, Siley.
Yeah, so I'd call a vote on this, right? Great. Okay, so may I have a motion to approve June 18th as the submission deadline and July 12th as the announcement day?
I think it's
Wait,
July,
was that right?
July
Oh,
2nd.
sorry, what did I say? Oh, July 2nd. Sorry. Okay, June 18th for the submission deadline and July 2nd for the announcement day. Okay.
Sonia motion.
Thank you.
Nitty second.
Okay, great. Sonia?
Aye.
Nidhi?
Aye.
Fangyi?
Aye.
Rachel?
Aye.
Siley? Aye. Okay, motion passed. And I believe that is the only item that we need to work on. Yeah, for the film competition. So unless anyone has any more questions or comments regarding the film competition, we can move on to the second event, which is the mental health awareness event. Background: the Youth Advisory Commission has added the hosting of a mental health awareness event in hopes of partnering with National Alliance on Mental Illness, NAMI. Recommendation: commissioners reschedule event that was originally scheduled on 4/21/21 due to low enrollment.
So this is another thing we're going to want to be very mindful of as finals and everything like that. I think it may be wise to do it right after that. And that way it'll give us time to where, again, we can just change flyer and push it out to gather more participation. I think it's going to be very important for you guys as commissioners to also encourage this. So reaching out through your channels, your clubs, your classmates, your colleagues, your friends to encourage that participation.
So does anyone have any dates that they think would be a good idea to reschedule this event to?
Oh wait, did we say after finals? Yeah, okay. The third week of June. No, yeah.
Yeah, since it is summertime, it may be a little bit easier to gauge attendance. I know that in my experience with the teens, we found success on Wednesdays. For some reason, Wednesdays have proven to be a good day just because they're not Fridays where people want to do things. So that may be a good date to select.
Yeah, so maybe June 16th, the Wednesday.
That sounds like a good day. Does anyone have any other suggestions? Okay, so we can vote for June 16th. May I have a motion to reschedule the NAMI mental health awareness event to June 16th.
Thank motion.
Sonia, second.
Thank you. Sonia,
Aye.
Nidhi,
Aye.
Fengi,
Aye.
Rachel,
Aye.
Siley, aye. Okay, motion passed. Thank you. So we can move on to the next item on our work plan, which is Teen Center events. Background: each year, the Youth Advisory Commission partners with the Milpitas Teen Center to host, assist in planning and promoting events for the Milpitas teens. This year, due to the pandemic, the Youth Advisory Commission has decided to provide Milpitas teens with care packages to be picked up by students. This event will take place on May 28th. Recommendation: Commission to confirm all contents of care package / vote on paper materials needed. Commissioners to confirm date and time for the packing of items. City staff to provide flyer details. So there's a few things that we need to take care of for this work plan item. We can start off with the first one, which is to confirm all contents of care package / vote on paper materials needed.
So I'll preface in saying that I've ordered the stress balls, I've ordered the hot cocoa packets, and I've ordered tea packets. I was considering maybe ordering something like gum, right? It's a good little snack to help you guys, focus, if you will. But if there's any other small little item contents that you guys want to consider, please do let me know.
I think that was a good idea as well. I didn't think of that. Wait, so the brochures, those would be printed separately, right? Or are we?
So the paper items?
Oh, the paper.
Yeah, so all the paper items, what we can do is they can go in and just be packaged with everything else, and we can just give it. The reason why I'm asking of what those needs are is because I'm trying to figure out the packaging. If we want them to go like in little brown bags, like the little to-go bags, or something that you would get, little plastic clear bags. It's really going to be dependent on what you guys are wanting to put as far as materials inside.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, so are we set on items then? Like the physical items, not the paper parts?
I think so. I will be throwing in, we do have some like various pens and smaller little knickknack items that we can throw in that I have. So we'll have those available as well. I think it's more so just the paper material stuff.
Sounds good. So if that's covered, then does anyone have any, basically the samples that Anthony was referring to? I believe you sent an email about it a few days ago. Does anyone want to start off by showing what they have? I can go first. So I can just share my screen.
Yes, you should be able to.
Great. So I'm not the most artistically inclined person. So I tried my best, but please let me know if there's anything that I should fix. I would definitely appreciate the help. So I looked at this website by UNC. Basically, I don't know if you can see this. Yeah. So UNC had a few tips on how to study, and basically I just summarized what they had. It was actually a pretty good lesson. So basically, wait, can I make this bigger? Okay. So this was my first draft. It's just a summary of what they had. And yeah, this is pretty much the first one. So, and I only made 2 actually. I couldn't really think of any ideas for the third one because I'm not the most creative person, but let me know what you guys think of the tips. Let me know what you think of the layout, anything. So yeah. Oh, and I can also put the link of the website that I was using in the chat.
Yeah, I like these. They're concise to the point, and they're aesthetic too.
Thank you. Wait, let me go back. Okay. What about this one? This one's a little bit uglier in my opinion because it doesn't really have much, but it's just the same thing, just on a different layout. So.
I think they look good. I appreciate you putting that together. It goes over basic points of tips, which is great, which is the point that we're trying to get at. So yeah.
Thank you. I'll stop sharing now. And here's the link to if anyone else finds any helpful tips, because they have a lot on there. I just didn't want to cram a bunch of text onto one piece of paper. So yeah. Okay.
Right, anybody else want to share?
I'm not sure if you were just referring to like paper handouts, but a few of my ideas would like include activity or like dot-to-dot books. I personally enjoy those, like the more complicated ones. Candy or chocolate that teenagers really like Sour Patch or Dove or Hershey's. And I also know that there are quite a few people who like stickers. Did I cut out?
A little bit there. We caught the candy part. Well, you got my attention.
The internet connection's unstable, but I just said like candy that people like Sour Patch and Dove and Hershey's, and possibly also stickers.
Okay. Yeah, I can definitely pick up some candy to throw in. It's a good idea. I don't know about this, I didn't catch the first part, what you said before the candy and stuff. So.
Oh, dot-to-dot or activity books, like the more complicated dot-to-dots. Those are really fun.
What is that? I don't know what that is. Sorry.
It's like do you know what dot-to-dot is?
No.
Oh, okay. Let me see. It's like, so there's about it. It's a printout of dots on a page that are numbered, and when you connect the dots according to the numbers, it creates like an image or a shape. And there's ones that have like hundreds or thousands of dots that are more complicated, and those ones are really entertaining to do because you have no idea what it's going to turn out to be. I can find an example and hold it up.
So they're just like sheets, if you will?
Like, yeah, so you can like print out one or two sheets if you don't want to like buy a full book because they can get expensive.
Yeah, we can print those out offline.
You can see that.
Okay.
You can sort of see the eyes are kind of.
Oh, I remember doing those when I was young. Yeah, I think that's great. We can print out some of those. That's no problem. We could throw those in. Anybody else? Sonia, Thingy, Nitty?
I think I like those ideas. Like the dot-to-dots. I think puzzles, but probably if you're stressed out for finals, puzzles might make you more stressed out. So I like the dot-to-dots. Those are kind of relaxing.
Agreed.
Yeah, it was actually my ideas were actually just study tips and like food, like not just candy, but like some other basic like snacks, like maybe Rice Krispies, like the small ones that you can get if you buy like the 80 packs.
Yeah, I definitely can get, some assorted stuff for sure.
Yeah,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, mine was kind of just like Siley's, like little inspirational school quotes on pieces of paper that you can find on Google.
Yeah, I think it would be great if we could work on getting some of those inspirational quotes, Nidhi, if you wanted to come up with some of those and we can just print out a bunch, even if it's a sheet of like 4 different inspirational quotes or something. It's just stuff we can throw inside there. That'd be great.
And Anthony,
Oh yeah, and then
Anthony,
Yeah,
maybe you can give them a deadline. So you want to make sure everything is printed before, because you need to,
yes.
if they're little squares of little notes, those need to be, unless, you know, this group wants to come in and cut those, that's to your decision. But then also, and this is again another great opportunity to promote your film competition and Denami. Okay, we'll get those flyers in there as well. And I would, you know, with the food, stay away from the chocolates because they do melt. And I know the kids love the Sour Patch Kids and Sour Patch candy. Probably take a trip to Smart and Final. They have the best candy. So.
See, we got Rachel's attention. She, definitely. If everyone, I think if you could get everything to me by, it doesn't seem like as far as the quotes is too in depth, and the dot images that Rachel kind of has already. We already have Siley has what she needs. Do you guys think you can get everything to me by Monday? Is that feasible? It gives you tomorrow and Monday. Yeah, just yes, okay. You know, a few different ones, and I can just print them out randomly. And then Nidhi, if you could put together those inspirational quotes, everything by Monday before the end of the day would be great. That way I can come in and have everything printed and ready to go. Thank you, Rosanna.
And then we'd also add those flyers, right? That.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And those I'll take care of on my end.
That actually kind of brings us to our next point regarding the teen center events. If we're done talking about what's going to actually go in the care packages, I believe that we also had to discuss when we wanted to set these up or when we wanted to pack them.
Yeah, I think if you guys are comfortable, we would definitely want to set up a time and date to put these together so we have everything ready to go. You know, I'm not sure on your school day. I know I believe we have it scheduled from, I want to say 4 to 6 on the 28th. So it may be wise to do it, you know, a day or two prior. But we definitely want to settle on a day and time where we can put those together, and I can work with you logistically on the location.
Does anyone have any dates that they want to suggest that they think they might be free? It would probably have to be during that week.
You said 28th?
The 28th is the day that we're doing them. So yeah, prior to that week.
I'm pretty sure once, well, MHS gets out, but we don't have classes, regular classes on Wednesdays. So if that would work for everyone.
Wednesdays are best for me as well.
That would be the 26th, I think.
Is there a time that works best for everybody on that date?
Morning is best, is preferable. For me personally.
I'm okay with any time.
Yeah, same here.
So 10 a.m.? 10 a.m. might be better. You could sleep in a little, grab your coffee or whatever you need to do.
Okay.
Can you really let them know where to meet?
I'm going to figure out which location, if we're going to do the teen center, if we want to do the sports center. I was going to discuss that with you.
I would do the annex.
Okay.
Because then you can set up and spacing is really good. You know, everyone will have their table. And,
yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So just so you guys know, the annex is at the Milpitas Sports Center. It's in the back of the facility. we would have, each of you would have the ability to space, like she said, space yourself out. You can have your own little stations and we can put everything together. So 10 a.m. on the 26th, you know, with the more of us there, we should be able to get it done pretty quickly, I would think. So if you guys are good with that, we can go ahead and vote.
Okay, so do we need to take a vote on this, or is this just like an agreement?
I think you would have to vote on the date and time.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so may I have a motion to approve setting up the care packages on May 26th at 10 a.m.?
Nitty motion.
Any second?
Okay, Sonia,
Aye.
Nitty,
Aye.
Fangi,
Aye.
Rachel,
Aye.
Siley, aye. Motion passed. Thank you.
Quick question. How long do you think it will take?
I would say no more than an hour or two, if that. I think an hour with the majority of the group there, we should get through it pretty quickly.
Okay, great. So we've covered all the contents of the care package, including paper materials. We've covered when we're gonna set up the care packages. And then the last thing that we need to look over is flyer details.
Yes, I have that. I'm just gonna share it with you really quickly so that you guys can see. Right. So this is the flyer. Can everyone see that okay? Okay, so it's pretty basic. We're just gonna change the image in the background, but everything else will remain the same. It's the location, the date, the time, what we're doing, where we're doing it, who we're doing it for, and then we'll be there until supplies last. But that's all. I just wanted to share it with you guys.
Thank you. Okay, cool. So that is pretty much everything for the Teen Center events. Does anyone have any questions or comments regarding it? Okay. Moving on to number 4, tobacco-free communities. Background: the City of Milpitas submitted a grant proposal for the County of Santa Clara Public Health Department, SCCPDH, Healthy Cities Project, Tobacco-Free Communities Program. On February 13th, 2020, staff received notification of the funding for the grant. The overall goals are to educate youth, parents, and the community to prevent youth use of flavored tobacco and vaping products in the City of Milpitas and reduce tobacco retailers in Milpitas, grandfathering current retailers. Specific objectives include informing the public of any policy changes around tobacco sales and educating youth on methods used to advertise flavored tobacco products and e-cigarette and vaping devices. Educate parents and trusted adults to recognize signs of youth tobacco use and effectively communicate with youth about the dangers. The City of Milpitas will be entering into contract with the County of Santa Clara on the terms of the grant and will act as the grant administrator for the term of the agreement. Recommendation: subcommittee to provide messaging details. What are the risks and what is being done to target teens?
Thank you, Siley. So Rachel, I know that you worked on the details for some of that information prior to. Did you have anything specific in regards to the messaging question? If not, that's okay. That's something you could provide to me post-meeting. Totally fine. But pretty much what the goal is and the aim is here is to provide messaging details. And so what that means is really what you see as the apparent risks that get provided to you, and what are you seeing that's being done to kind of target you guys as teens in relation to these types of products. So again, not something that you have to present on now unless you do have that information. Otherwise, you can submit that directly to me.
Yeah, so if you remember last week, I gave that presentation sort of on the risks, and to put together something that
You're kind of breaking up there, Rachel. Sorry, we can't hear you too well.
a flyer or something that will educate teens on how. Oh, I'll try to talk slower. Do you want me to put together like a flyer or something that risks like bullet
No, no, it's more driven at
how
what is the messaging that you see?
teens in their marketing? Or did I break again?
Yeah, I caught a majority of what you said. So basically what we're looking at is we want to have seeing what are the risks messaging that's being provided to you as teens, and then also what is being done as far as messaging to target you with these products. That's what we're looking for in this particular space. So if that's something that you have or have already submitted, that's great. We can talk offline about that. And or if it's something you don't have yet, you can submit that directly to me.
Okay, I don't have that yet, but
Okay,
I'll
perfect.
look more into it.
Great, thank you. And I think that that's it for that portion.
All right, cool. So we can move on to number 10, which is city liaison reports. A is report from city staff.
I already told you guys about Andrea. I just wanted to commend you guys for continuously, showing up here on these evenings. I know that you're starting to get to the grit of the end of the school year, and I know it's been a challenging year. So I just wanted to thank you for that, and to continue to push through with our work plan items now that we have these things facilitated and decided. That's sounds great.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Moving on to B, report from council members.
Thank you, Chair. It's nice to see everyone again, and I know everybody's doing a lot of work for this. Besides you guys getting ready for the finals, and thank you so much. Just like Anthony said, I echo what he said for all the things that you do. And I also want to do a shout out to Justin, because I've never met Justin, on Zoom. I always see his picture. Hi, Justin. Thank you for being our secretary, recording secretary. I don't even know if he's there. I think he's there, but
I'm here, Council Member Cho. I hear you. I appreciate the words.
thank you so much. And also I want to say hi to Rosanna. Hi, Rosanna. And we meet once a month, so Anthony, I've seen all the emails going back and forth. Anyway, I'm so excited because this weekend, Saturday actually, from 11 to 1 p.m., we're doing the first cleanup event in Milpitas, and we're doing it over at Higuera, Adobe Park, and Creeks. So I don't know if you know, Adobe Higuera is it's on Jack. If you go straight towards the hills, towards 680, turn left on South Park, Victoria, all the way close to Fremont. It's on your right side. That's Adobe Higuera. If you sign up, guess what you get? You get, Anthony, did you get my email?
Yes, I did.
Can you please share?
Sure.
Thank you. There you go. You get the bag and gloves and bags and what do you call that thing that picks
It's
up
a
the
glitter stick.
glitter stick there? So and it's interesting because one of our neighbors, two boys from our neighbors, the first time I saw it is with our neighbors. They were using this picking up, going around the neighborhood and picking up debris or whatever they can pick up. So I go, oh, I want one of those. So anyway, in order to volunteer, you get this one, this set. So if you have time, Saturday, please, I think we still have slots available. Please come. Thank you so
Council member,
much.
is there any way that you can share where we would sign up for that?
I'm looking for the flyer.
Okay.
Actually, we have a flyer. Can you please, and I can't send it. I was looking for the flyer to share, but I don't know if Justin can find one and share it, or you can just send it after.
Yeah, we can look and send it to the group.
Thank you.
Of
Okay.
course.
So also, do you know about ARP? What is ARP? American Rescue Plan Act. So what that means is President Biden signed into law a $1.9 trillion to help build the economy during this pandemic and after. So he set aside about $300 billion for cities and counties. So as a city, we're getting like $6.8 million. So last Tuesday night, we made recommendations on where we think this money should go. Like for me, I want to build more granny homes, help the homeowners, give grants to like $10,000 grants to granny home builders. What is a grant versus loan? Anybody knows? Okay. Go ahead, Chair.
A loan is where you have to pay back the money.
Right. And a grant, you
don't.
You don't.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm proposing. Like for a household that would like to build granny homes, we'll give them, we'll grant them $10,000, including free permitting. You know, because you have to pay for application and permits that cost around $5,100. So another one that I'm excited about, and I also asked for grants for small businesses to help our small businesses, like our restaurants, which were hardly hit, our daycare centers because the kids are at home, so they lost income for over a year. So I'm looking into that, and this is exciting for everybody because I suggested to workforce creation, meaning 20 interns per year for 4 years. And so I just emailed our executive team to find out if we can include high schoolers, because we have interns from colleges and graduate schools, but we don't have one for high schoolers. So I'm asking the executive team, our executive team, I said, can you look into maybe we can include high schoolers? So would that be something exciting? It's an hour for 20 interns a year for 4 years, because we have to spend the $16.8 million within 4 years. That's the key. So anyway, so there are some other council members introduced mental health here, rent relief, mortgage relief, helping with the water bill. So that's basically it. So I'm excited with your work, and if Anthony can send me the final flyer for the May 28th care package, I would like to announce that next.
I should be able to get that to you tomorrow. Oh no, I think we lost her. All right, well, I think we can go ahead and move forward.
Okay, sure. Number 11, upcoming agenda items, YAC scholarship information.
Yeah, so what we'll be doing is I'll be putting together and finalizing the YAC scholarship application so that we can go ahead and get those out so that we can work on pushing out the YAC scholarships to the Milpitas resident students. And hopefully we'll have that completed. And I believe last year we did the awarding in August. The hope is for us to do the awarding in July prior to.
Sounds good. All right, moving on to B, YAC Work Plan 2021 to 22.
Yep, so we'll want to start to think about those items and what you guys will want to work on as we move on to the next fiscal year. So taking into consideration the things that we moved over from this past work plan, and if there's any additions or other things that we would want to work on. But besides that, that's it.
Okay, thank you. All right, so that is pretty much it for today. So does anyone have any questions or comments? Or we can. Okay, so I now adjourn today's meeting at 7:48 on May 13th. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Have a good night, everybody.
Nice.
Good night, everyone.